All right, we're here once again with Bill Ferguson, head coach of the USC men's volleyball team. Another good week, 2 wins. Talk about them, very different matches, but got the same result at the end of the day.
Yeah, it was great to get 2 wins. To continue to win the matches that we're quote unquote supposed to. No disrespect to anybody we've played, but for us, we're kind of in the middle of the MPSF starting to separate into a top tier, and we're trying to be part of that top tier. We're kind of probably still a little bit in the middle, and we'd like to start. We're getting some wins, and we're continuing to evolve as a team. So the more we play and the more we grow, the better.
You talked about this team being really enjoyable to coach. It's starting to seem like the chemistry is starting to come together with this team, that they enjoy playing together with one another. Where does that come from?
I think a lot of things. I think we have a lot of quality and character type people on our team. I think our senior leadership's pretty good. I think I think we just have a lot of guys that don't check their egos at the door, and it's about team first. And that's the way it's going to have to be. If you look at our match on Sunday, that was how we envision this season. Being is. We've, with Madison McKibben, able to play a couple different positions, and with Tanner Jansen doing well, and Mahalski and all these guys, we played probably 3 different lineups in that match yesterday to end up getting the win. So we had contributions from Mahalski that were key. We had Tanner Jansen played opposite, and then Maddie played opposite, and then Maddie played outside, Tanner opposite, and Carlson came in for a spell, and Ben Lamb came in for Bob. So we had a lot of guys contribute, and a lot of guys, with that able to happen, I think you get more of a buy-in. When you have just a singular small group of guys that are doing most of the playing time, sometimes you can have a little bit of a divide.
What does that do for you as a coach, having that kind of versatility, knowing that this group is evolving every match and maybe throughout the season may continue to evolve?
Well, it obviously gives you the ability to match up and to change, make changes on the fly. They're, as good as we have been in the past, there was kind of a set lineup, and a guy here, a guy there that could come in, but you couldn't really make a wholesale change to what you're doing like we were able to yesterday. So, it gives you the ability to change, but it's a double-edged sword. I mean, you got to know where to draw the line. Do you let your guys play into a rhythm, or is it a situation where you have to make a change and shake things up? Yesterday we needed to shake things up, but who knows? We might get in situations where we just may need to leave it alone and let guys play into it. So that'll be the key now for us as a staff, is to figure out when those times are to make the changes.
You have a very interesting weekend coming up. Obviously Penn State first off, and then Pepperdine. You have one non-conference game, which a team you could see down the road, and then Pepperdine you've already seen once this year. How do you approach those 2 matches since they're so different?
Well, you do it one at a time, and we'll do our usual deal with prepping during the week. We always show a little bit of our second opponent early in the week, and then we focus 2 days on our earlier opponent, and then the day of the Pepperdine match we'll show the guys Pepperdine again, so that it's already in their minds from earlier in the week. But no, it's great. We have 2 great opponents, one at home, one on the road. Penn State's key because you have all the implications of the at-large bid possibly, and you want to have wins against the field, and they're a likely candidate to be considered out of the East, the Eastern Conference. So that's important, and it's always great when Penn State and SC get together in anything, in any sport. So it's very good for our game. So it's just great that we're getting to be on the floor. It'll still have the same setting as the Pac-10 basketball championship, which will be very similar to the arrangement on the floor for the Final Four for volleyball this year later. So we'd like to think that's somewhat of a precursor. And then Pepperdine, I talked about the separation in the league in the MPSF, and Pepperdine's that team that is, kind of sticking there with us. Are we going to be part of the elite upper echelon? Are we going to create our own little middle ground, or is one of us going to drop? And so that's going to be a really key situation for us as far as the league goes with Pepperdine.